premises that is located besides the Andriki recipients, all recipients. Visitors కాదు all recipients only. Coupons ఉన్నాయి అందు వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చిన దాంట్లో ఉన్నాయంట. You have lunch coupons. Please check and keep them safe. Without coupon you won't get lunch.
Attention all awardees, recipients of the medals and doctoral degrees. Lunch is provided for you at the canteen and lunch coupons are already given along with the admit card. Takeaway lunch is provided for you, and for the non-teaching staff, lunch is arranged at the back side of the library. For teaching, print and electronic media, guests and VIPs, lunch is provided at the VC's bungalow, and for the security, lunch is provided at boys' hostel.
Awardees, please note, when the procession begins of the Chancellor, respected Vice Chancellor, Deans, Registrar, Rector and other members, when the procession is entering the hall, I request all the gathering to stand, and I also request you to remain standing until the procession reach on to the dais and members take their respective seats. I also request you, after the completion of the convocation procedure, again the procession begins from here to go outside. After the procession leaves the main door, it will be closed again. Even if you are standing, I request you all to take the respective seats again and remain seated till the doors on your side will be opened to go out. This is until the Honorable Chancellor leaves the premises of our campus. I could see some of the awardees still searching for the seats. Please make it fast. Make yourself comfortable. Go through the procedure and try to acquaint yourself with the procedure so that you can follow the procedure when it is going on. I also request the faculty who are the in charges of the rows to take care of the row and clarify the doubts if any. Awardees, please note once again, please keep all your mobiles switched off and please remain standing when the procession enters the hall reaches the dais and the respective members take their seats. Until the members are all seated, I request all august gathering to remain standing. And once again I remind you, while you stand, please try to avoid the noise as far as possible. Awardees, I request you not to chat with each other. Please keep going through the procedure, and you have to uphold the dignity and decorum of our university, maintaining the pin drop silence in the hall. Even before the arrival of the guests, Honorable Chancellor, I request you to acquaint yourself with being silent. Please don't bother. It is a repeated instruction for the decorum of the university. I request awardees to go through the procedure.
Check, hello, check, hello, 1, 2, hello.
చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ ఛాన్సలర్ ఏదో చెప్పమని ఏం చెప్తాను. ఆడితే నన్ను గురించి చెప్పేశారా? చదివేసారు కదా. కాదు ఇంకా ఫ్యూచర్లో ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ ఏమైనా ఈవెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి మనవి యూత్ ఫెస్ట్ ఫ్యామిలీ మీట్ అదేం జరగదు, క్యాన్సిల్ చేస్తారు.
Yeah, once again, I remind all the awardees of doctoral degrees, master's degree and recipients of the medals that before the presentation of all these degrees, there will be a process of promises, wherein which the registrar shall ask the candidates to rise from their seats, and please check this in your procedure book, page number 7. Here, the Vice Chancellor will put you 4 questions, and for all these questions, at the end of the question, one should answer by saying, I do promise. Keep your hand forward when you are taking like oath. So put your hand forward, right hand, and say, answering, I do promise. Like this, 4 questions will be put forward by the Vice Chancellor to all the recipients of the medals, doctoral degrees and master's degree. And once all the 4 questions are over, then the candidates can resume to their respective seats. Candidates belonging to Master of Arts, Degree in Law, PG in Law, PG Diploma and Diploma in Yoga are supposed to stand in their respective seats when the Dean of the Faculty of Arts announces and presents the medals and degrees. College of Commerce and Management Studies includes Doctor of Philosophy in Commerce and Management, Master of Commerce and Master of Business Administration. All these candidates belonging to this respective category should stand up when the Chancellor, when the Dean of the respective college will announce the medals and doctoral degrees. Similarly, the College of Education includes degree in education and physical education. College of Engineering includes degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering, Master of Technology and Master of Computer Applications. And College of Sciences includes Doctor of Philosophy in Science, Master of Sciences in Chemistry, Zoology, Aquaculture, Analytical Chemistry, Applied Mathematics, Botany, Biochemistry, Biotechnology, Clinical Nutrition, Computer Sciences, MSc in Computer Sciences, MSc Mathematics, Applied Mathematics, Microbiology, Organic Chemistry, Physics, Zoology. All of these respective candidates should rise at their respective places when the announcement of the degrees is done by the faculty. And you all shall remain standing in your respective places until the declaration of the degree is done by the Vice Chancellor.
Dignitaries, invitees, guests, once again, I extend a warm welcome to the 11th and 12th convocation of our university. Affiliated colleges are the strength of the university. I could see many of the secretaries, correspondents, and principals of reputed colleges sitting here. Though I can't name everyone, sir and madam, I extend a warm welcome on behalf of the fraternity of our university. Distinguished guests are also seated in the audience. We extend a warm welcome to you. Our former Vice Chancellors are seated. We have already extended the welcome. Once again, we thank you, sir, for making your presence. Once again, I request the awardees, just acquaint yourself with the procedure. And to note, the program of Honorable Chancellor in our university today, you have a few details. Honorable Chancellor will arrive in our campus, then takes the guard of honor. Then he proceeds to inaugurate a blood donation camp being organized by the NSS and Red Cross. Then he proceeds to plant a sapling in the university premises. Then Honorable Chancellor will proceed to the robing and supplication of grace. After that, Honorable Chancellor will be making his entry into the convocation hall before the commencement of the convocation. This is the details of Chancellor's activity in the campus during his stay of, say, 2 hours or more than that. I also once again request you to please note the lunch facility that's being extended to the awardees, all awardees. I hope you have received the lunch coupons. If not, please check and let the faculty in charge of your row know that. Your lunch is provided. It's a takeaway lunch besides University Central Library in the premises of University Canteen. Providing the token is very important. Please note, keep it with care. And the lunch for VIPs, dignitaries and invitees is arranged at VBC Lodge within the campus. Once again, I remind you that all the candidates, guests, invitees, dignitaries and visitors shall stand at the entry of the procession with the Honorable Chancellor into the convocation hall and remain standing until the delegates take their seats on the dais. And I request all those seated in the hall to rise for the national anthem, which is a band, and I request you not to sing while the band is being played. At the end of the convocation procedure, I request all seated in the hall to remain standing till the procession leaves the hall. All the awardees should stand for promising procedure. Only awardees need to be stand. While the process of conferring the degrees upon respective colleges takes place, only the respective awardees of the college announced. For instance, the Dean Faculty of Arts, all awardees pertaining to the subjects of arts, humanities, languages, linguistics, and social sciences are only requested to stand while the declaration process goes on. Please pay your attention, awardees. I announce that no photographers, but for the permitted ones, will be allowed into the hall. Please don't bring any cameraman, a private cameraman, into the hall, and also your mobiles or any gadgets, including your personal cameras, are not allowed into the hall. If you are having any, please hand over them to your parents or guardians or whoever have accompanied you to the campus. Please note, personal cameras are strictly prohibited. Please hand over them if you are having any. Awardees, please make it fast if any one of you are having or possessing the individual camera. And please switch off your mobiles. I once again remind the instructions for the awardees of Doctor of Philosophies and gold medals. Please don't forget to bow in front of the Chancellor before and after taking the medal or the degree. Please note, you have to bow before taking and after taking. And while leaving, please don't turn and show your back to the dignitaries on the dais. Take a few steps backwards and then take a U-turn and just return to your respective seat. I request all the awardees not to get disappointed, as you are not allowed with cameras and mobiles. The dais will be open after the procession leaves, one by one or in groups. Of course, you can all have photographs on the dais very well. I take the chance to instruct the recipients of PhDs and medals. Please do fasten your cap in a proper manner so that when you bow, it may not fall down. While the convocation procedure goes on, we have a citation of Professor K.C. Reddy, which our respected Vice Chancellor will be reading out, and then the report of the Vice Chancellor, the respected Vice Chancellor will be reading, and after the conferring of degrees and awards and medals, we have the address by our chief guest and orator, Professor K.C. Reddy, and at the last we have the most valuable message of Honorable Chancellor. During the whole process, I request the awardees and all the dignitaries, visitors, guests, invitees sitting in the hall to maintain utmost silence. Chancellor is in the campus.
Attention please. Our Honorable Chancellor has just arrived at the university premises. Very soon the convocation proceedings will be commenced. Please maintain silence. Yeah, please be seated in your respective seats.
Hello.
మరి సాప్లింగ్ అయిన ఎప్పుడు పెట్టారు? గార్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఆనర్ దిగంగానే గార్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఆనర్, తర్వాత సాప్లింగ్ డొనేషన్ ఇనాగ్రేషన్ అంట, తర్వాత సాప్లింగ్, తర్వాత రోప్స్ చెప్పే ప్రాసెస్. ఈ టీఆర్ఓ ఏదైతే ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏదే ఛాన్సెస్ ఇంకేదో చెప్దాం అనుకున్నాను. పేరు చెప్పు. విశ్వభూషణ్ హరిచందన్ అదిగా కనిపిస్తుంది. ఆనరబుల్ గవర్నర్ ఇన్ ఛాన్సలర్. అక్కర్లేదులే, ఛాన్సలర్ అంటే చాలా అంటే ప్లీజ్ క్లియర్ ద మెయిన్ పార్ట్ అంటే వాక్వే క్లియర్. తర్వాత అందుకే ఏం చెప్పేసి వాళ్ళు స్టాండింగ్ to avoid Miss God of Honor జరుగుతుంది చెప్పేసి.
Yeah. God of Honor is going on at the entrance of the convention center. Please maintain silence. Very soon the convocation proceedings is going to commence. Please clear the walkway while the procession enters the convocation hall. I request all those standing on the walkway, please clear the walkway so that the procession can enter the convocation hall. Please be seated in your respective seats and maintain pin-drop silence. Please clear the walkway. Very soon the convocation is going to commence.
Bodies, invitees, guests, dignitaries, please note, Honorable Chancellor is in the campus and the guard of honor is going on. From there he proceeds to the ropes room and then supplication, and then the procession will start soon. Hence I request you all to be seated and clear the walkway. I request all awardees or visitors or the parents who are standing, staff, faculty, to clear the walkway and take the respective seats. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నప్పుడు మనకు చెప్తే వీళ్ళందరూ నిల్చోమనొచ్చు. ప్రొసెషన్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎంటర్ అని చెప్పేసి. వెల్కమ్ చెప్పు భరత్కి. భరత్నా On behalf of the university fraternity, I warmly welcome Member of Parliament, Sri Margani Bharat Garu. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. As the Honorable Chancellor is in the campus, I take this opportunity to invite the dignitaries, respected elected representatives of the State Legislative Council and Assembly, members of the Parliament, members of the Academic Senate and Executive Council of the University, secretaries, correspondents and principals of affiliated colleges, members of the Godavari Vishwavidyalaya Sadhana Samiti, distinguished guests, invitees, literati of 2 Godavari districts, government officials of various departments, members from NGOs, reporters of print and electronic media, faculty, staff and awardees of various degrees, we extend you a pleasant good morning and warm welcome to the 11th and 12th convocation of Adikavi Nannaya University. We also extend our warm welcome to our MLA, Jakkampudi Raja Garu. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. We also welcome Mother Vijayalakshmi Garu, being a part of this occasion. Welcome you, ma'am. All the members accompanying respected MLA and Mother Vijayalakshmi Garu, we welcome you all to this occasion. As the guests have entered the room, I request all the members in the hall, visitors to take the respective seats and to please clear the walkway as the Honorable Chancellor will be coming with the procession soon. I request the media to clear the walkway. I request all the gathering in the hall to take the respective seats once again. I request all the members accompanying the leaders, respected MLA Garu and Vijayalakshmi Garu and Bharat Garu, Margani Bharat Garu, all the members who have accompanied, Madam and Sir, I request you to take the seats and to clear the walkway as the procession is going to start soon. Please cooperate, ma'am and sir. request all the members or the guests or invitees who are entering into the hall to take the respective seats at the earliest, as the Honorable Chancellor will be coming soon into the convocation hall. I request everyone standing in the hall to take the respective seats. As the Honorable Chancellor has finished robing and the supplication and he will be proceeding to the group photo, I request the invitees in the hall, please take the seats, and I request everyone to clear the walkway as the procession will be entering the convocation hall soon. Respected invitees, Madam and Sir, I request you to cooperate and to clear the walkway and to take respective seats. సెక్యూరిటీ వాళ్ళ చెప్తే కానీ కూర్చోరా కూర్చోమని చెప్పండి అటు సైడ్. All those who have gathered in the hall, I request to clear the walkway. All the members who are standing there at the entrance of the hall, I request them to take the seats, as Honorable Chancellor will be entering the hall very soon. I also request all the invitees, guests, dignitaries to please keep your mobiles in silent mode while the convocation procedure goes on. We request your utmost cooperation, ma'am and sir. Please keep your mobiles in silent mode. And all the awardees, please keep your mobiles switched off. I once again request the awardees and all the gathering who have seated here to maintain utmost silence while the procedure of the convocation goes on. Awardees and the dignitaries, invitees and guests, please note, when the procession is entering the hall, there will be music played, and then I request all of you to stand and remain standing until the whole procession reaches the dais and they take their respective seats. And also I request you, when the national anthem band is being played, no one should sing along with the band. I just request you to remain standing silently.
Please clear walkway and
I request all those who are standing at the entrance or near the dais to please clear the walkway. As Honorable Chancellor is proceeding for the group photo, and the next he will be entering into the hall, I request you all to be attentive to stand as the procession enters the hall and remain standing till the procession reaches the dais and all the dignitaries take their respective seats on the dais. Now I request the august gathering to stand as the procession is entering the hall. I request all of you to stand and remain standing.
I request the august gathering to rise for the national anthem.
I request the respected Vice Chancellor to obtain permission from the Honorable Chancellor to commence the proceedings of the convocation.
Do I have the permission of the Chancellor to commence the convocation proceedings, sir? Thank you. I declare the convocation open. The 11th and 12th combined convocations of Adikavi Nannaya University has been called to confer the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters upon Professor K.C. Reddy and also to confer the degrees, diplomas and certificates upon the candidates who have been certified to be worthy of them by the Executive Council and Academic Senate.
I now request the respected Vice Chancellor to initiate the proceedings of conferring honorary degree to Chief Guest Professor K.C. Reddy.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I present to you Professor K.C. Reddy. No, we have the citation now. Citation first. Yes, yes. We just shake hand. You can sit. Like this, yes.
Now, I request the respected Vice Chancellor to read out the citation of Professor K.C. Reddy, our distinguished chief guest and orator for this convocation.
Respected Chancellor, what is now proved was once only imagined, says William Blake. Thus it is true that imagination reigns high for the seats of education and leaders of any field. The power of imagination is a building block of the profound future of any society. The person filled with imagination expects, explores, and executes. Further, he becomes the ignition to light many souls with the fire of knowledge. Professor K.C. Reddy, teacher, researcher, economist, and education administrator, is one such a man of imagination and ignited mind. Professor K.C. Reddy, a doctorate in economics taught economics at Andhra University for over 3 decades. Throughout his career as a teacher, he had been acclaimed as a teacher and researcher par excellence by his students and peers. He had authored many books and published many papers contributing to the contemporary trends and developments in the area of economics. He had guided many research scholars who got awarded with the degrees of PhDs and MPhils. Besides his academic craftsmanship, Professor K.C. Reddy has many feathers in his cap which reflect his effective administrative and leadership qualities. As part of this, he occupied several administrative positions like Director, Academic Staff College, and SARC Studies Center, Board of Management member, and Vice Chancellor in charge of Andhra University. He was Chairman AP State Council of Higher Education for 2 terms. He was visiting professor at Armstrong Atlantic State University, Savannah, and Georgia State University, USA. He is a consultant to Government of India on non-aligned movement. Further, Professor K.C. Reddy is popular for his numerous innovative measures to enhance the quality of higher education as a charismatic leader. He has been providing leadership as the founder Vice Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies. He also served as the chairman for Rajiv Yuva Kiranalu, a flagship skill development and employment program of the then United Andhra Pradesh government during 2011 and 14. Under his chairmanship, skills upgradation programs were conducted throughout the state to provide self-employment to the unemployed youth. Professor K.C. Reddy had been a member of many professional bodies. To note the significant duo, he was the president of the Indian Economic Association in 2007 and the chairman Andhra Pradesh Economic Association from 2000 to 2008. Besides the above, Professor K.C. Reddy is the recipient of many awards and honors across India and abroad. To make a special mention of 2, he got President's Award for Innovation in Higher Education from Indian Science Congress, and he is also given honorary D.Litt by Blekinge Institute of Technology of Sweden. Professor K.C. Reddy's academic career sprawling for 3 decades and his administrative period of nearly 2 decades is filled with notable explorations, quality, and creativeness. His sustained contribution to the academics and administration is going on. He is currently rendering service as the Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies. As a renowned Sanskrit sloka says, "Na jnanena sadrusham pavitram tavidyate." That means nothing is more sacred than the education. As it is the custom of our land to respect and adore the sacred, considering revered Professor K.C. Reddy as a sacred personality for his determined efforts in imparting education as well as administering for the development of higher education. In the state as well as the nation, Adikavi Nannaya University is proud to confer upon Professor K.C. Reddy the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Thank you.
Let Professor K.C. Reddy be admitted to the Doctor of Letters. I request the respected Vice Chancellor to present the convocation report.
Mr. Chancellor, let me be permitted to present the report. Thank you. No. You can sit and read.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Adikavi Nannaya University, I admit to you the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters of this university on account of your eminence and attainments, and in token thereof, you have been presented with this degree, and I authorize you to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of your degree.
Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, Sri Bishwabhushan Harichandan, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, and the Chief Guest of Convocation, Professor K.C. Reddy, members of the Executive Council, Academic Senate, University Fraternity, distinguished awardees and guests, members of the print and electronic media, and my dear students. Greetings to you all. Hearty welcome to 11th and 12th Convocation of Adikavi Nannaya University. It is a matter of rare privilege that the university is functioning under the able guidance of Honorable Chancellor, a prolific writer and a man of deep understanding who has done immense service both to his state and to the nation. I profoundly express my gratitude to Honorable Chancellor for being with us in spite of his busy schedule. It is a matter of great pride to the university to have Professor K.C. Reddy, Chancellor, RGUKT, on this worthy occasion. I profusely thank him for being the chief guest and the orator of this scintillating third convocation. It gives me immense pleasure to present my report on the occasion of the 11th and 12th convocations of Adikavi Nannaya University, Rajamahendravaram. The university was established on 22nd April 2006 by the state government of Andhra Pradesh to promote higher education in the two Godavari districts. It is a wonderful coincidence that the university was established on the International Earth Day. The university is named after the first Telugu poet and scholar Nannaya Bhattaraka of 11th century, who made a free translation of part of the epic Mahabharata in Telugu. He was a court poet of Rajaraja Narendra, after whom the city was named. History, culture, and heritage, the perennial Godavari River, are some of the significant strengths that the university has inherited. The university is located on a sprawling 96-acre campus on the National Highway 16 and Asian Highway 45, connecting Bangalore with Bangkok, on the outskirts of Rajamahendravaram. Further, the university connects the uplands of Forest Agency and delta lands of Konaseema with a huge catchment area. Hence, the university is mandated to be an affiliating residential university with a jurisdiction extended to both East and West Godavari districts of Andhra Pradesh. The university has 435 affiliated colleges, including UG, PG, professional and education, with more than 1 lakh students in both the districts together, making it the biggest university in the residual state of Andhra Pradesh. It is the vision of the university to combine the pristine cultural ethos and the contemporary demands of educational excellence. It aims to uphold the simple but profound motto, Sarvatra Vidyaya Vardhate Praja. Expansive education leads to enrichment of the people. Adikavi Nannaya University will nurture its students as the citizens of the globe on the rich fundamentals of Indian culture while respecting all its diverse ideas. The university is committed to achieve its mission through outstanding research and scholarship, education and practice by free exchange of ideas with the support of its ethical, interdependent, diverse community of faculty, staff, students and alumni. I feel it is a matter of pride to state that even though the university is young in all respects, it has made rapid strides within a span of 14 years of its existence. From a modest beginning in 2006, in a few rooms in Government Arts College in Rajamahendravaram, the university has now grown exponentially, offering various UG, PG, professional and technical courses. All these courses are being offered through 4 constituent colleges of Arts and Commerce, Education, Engineering and Science and Technology at Rajamahendravaram and 2 other campuses located in Kakinada and Tadepalligudem and also in 435 affiliated colleges. The university has been reviewing the curriculum every 3 years. A good number of students from this university are getting qualified in UGC and state level eligibility tests, and that prove that our curriculum is in tune with the latest developments. Rather than a drill and kill curriculum, the university has been promoting practical education with hands-on training. Students of this university are encouraged to go to field trips and industrial visits. To promote academia industry interaction, project work at the end of the final year is made mandatory at the postgraduate level. Good number of our students are getting placements in various private and public sectors, government and non-governmental organizations. Within a short period of existence, the university has won numerous laurels in sports and games and also in NSS activities. Every year, the university teams have been winning national level prizes in inter-university sports and games. Indeed, the university has also received the President's Medal in the year 2017 for NSS activities. Our students across both the districts are at the forefront in service activities, including blood donation. Our faculty has been involved in research and has conducted or attended various conferences and seminars in varied subjects. To cite a few, in March 2018, the Department of English has conducted an international conference, Writing the Anthropocene, Engendering Ecological Consciousness in English and Telugu Literatures, sponsored by ICSSR. Sri Rajendra Singh, Waterman of India, Dr. Christina Nicole, author from USA, and Professor Scott Slovic from University of Idaho, who gave a Skype lecture, made the conference fruitful exercise. The Department of Geology has very recently conducted a national seminar on recent advances and challenges in geosciences. Sustainable management of environment and georesources is the topic of that seminar. In the month of November 2019, these 2 conferences I mentioned now show the commitment of the university towards the environment, which is the utmost need of the hour. Indeed, I am happy to state that a documentary film showing the sad plight of Errakalva, a river that flows through West Godavari district, was made by Professor K. Sri Ramesh, Professor Y. Srinivasa of English and Geology departments respectively. The documentary film, which can be viewed on YouTube, is an example of interdisciplinary approach to education, research, and social commitment. The pursuit of knowledge and dissemination to the next generation is a constant process. I am sure in the coming days, the university will strive to stand up to the expectation of the society, both at the regional as well as national level. I am happy to inform this convocation and that I have been appointed as the Vice Chancellor by the Honorable Governor and Chancellor of this university on 8th of January this year, for which I am grateful to him. It is a rare privilege to lead this young university which has a lot of potential. As the university has established itself over these years, I wish to focus more on improving the quality of teaching and research in the coming years. There is an urgent need to address certain infrastructural requirements and laboratory facilities. The university is planning to address this through more industry-institution interaction. Also, potential areas like attracting international students, tapping resources from various national and international funding agencies will be looked into the coming months. I assure this convocation that the coming years will be fruitful, certainly with the support of all the stakeholders, conducive and enthusiastic ecosystem for the fertilization of research and teaching, and will be created in the campuses. I am sure the young graduates after leaving the university will strive to uphold the ideals of the alma mater. A tree is known by its fruits. You will be the ambassadors of this university, the state and the nation. The university and the society expects you to shine in sterling character. I wish the entire young graduate a successful career and life. Let me conclude with a quote from Rigveda: when there is a harmony between the mind, heart and resolution, then nothing is impossible. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
I now request the registrar to initiate the process of convocation promises.
I ask all the graduating candidates rise from their seats, keep standing and answer the 4 questions put to them by the Vice Chancellor with the words, "I do promise." With the words, "I do promise."
Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degrees and diplomas for which you are candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will in your daily life and conversation conduct yourselves and become members of this university? Do you promise that the utmost of your opportunity and ability you will support and promote the cause of sound learning and to set an example of high principles and conduct? Do you promise that you will, as far as in your lives, uphold and advance social progress and the well-being of your fellow men? Do you promise that you will faithfully and carefully fulfill the duties of the professions that you are trained for, that you will, on all occasions, maintain their purity and reputation, and that you will never deviate from the straight path of this honorable exercise by making your knowledge subservient to unworthy ends?
Now, I request the respected Vice Chancellor to initiate the process of presentation of degrees and diplomas to the candidates.
Let the candidates for the degrees and diplomas be now presented.
I now request the Dean, Faculty of Languages, Linguistics, Humanities and Social Sciences to initiate the process of presentation of degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Degree in Law, PG Diploma and Diploma in Yoga.
Mr. Chancellor, permit me to present to you, in accordance with the grace of Academic Senate passed, the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Master of Arts, UG in Law, PG in Law, PG Diploma and Diploma in Yoga in Adikavi Nannaya University. I now call upon the candidates who have won gold medals. Srimati Palochilla Lakshmi Rangaya Naidu Gold Medal for topper in MA English course. I request all the arts candidates to stand in their respective seats. Sita Kalyani Budaraju for 2018 batch. Adari Lakshmi, 2019 batch. I request all the arts candidates to stand still until the Vice Chancellor declares.
In the name and on behalf of the Academic Senate of Adikavi Nannaya University, I admit you to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Master of Arts, Degree in Law, PG in Law, PG Diploma and Diploma in Yoga in this university. And in token thereof, you have been presented with these degrees and diplomas, and I authorize to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
Now, I request Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management to initiate the process of conferring degrees in Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Commerce and Master of Business Administration. All the candidates belonging to Commerce and Management, please stand.
Mr. Chancellor, permit me to present to you, in accordance with the grace of Academic Senate passed, the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Commerce and Management Studies, Master of Commerce and Master of Business Administration in Adikavi Nannaya University.
In the name and on behalf of the Academic Senate of Adikavi Nannaya University, I admit you to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Commerce and Management Studies, Master of Commerce and Master of Business Administration in this university, and in token thereof, you have been presented with these degrees and diplomas, and I authorize to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
I now request Dean, Faculty of Education, to initiate the process of presenting degrees in education and physical education. I also request the awardees in education and physical education to stand in their respective seats and remain standing until the declaration of the Vice Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, permit me to present to you in accordance with the grace of Academic Senate past, the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees in education and physical education in the Adi Kavi Nannaya University.
In the name and on behalf of the Academic Senate of Adi Kavi Nannaya University, I admit you to the degrees in education and physical education in this university, and in token thereof, you have been presented with these degrees and diplomas, and I authorize to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
I now request the Dean, Faculty of Engineering, to initiate the process of conferring degrees in Doctor of Philosophy, Engineering, Master of Technology, and Master of Computer Applications. All the candidates, please rise.
Mr. Chancellor, permit me to present you, in accordance with the grace of Academic Senate past, the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for the admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering, Master of Technology, Master of Computer Applications in Adi Kavi Nannaya University.
In the name and on behalf of the Academic Senate of Adi Kavi Nannaya University, I admit you to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering, Master of Technology, and Master of Computer Applications in this university, and in token thereof. You have been presented these degrees, and I authorize to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
I now request Dean, Faculty of Sciences, to initiate the process of presenting degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Science and Master of Science.
Mr. Chancellor, permit me to present to you, in accordance with the grace of Academic Senate past, the candidates whose names are herewith submitted for admission to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Science and Master of Science in the Adi Kavi Nannaya University. Now I call out the names of the gold medalists and PhD holders. Now, PhD in Science, Department of Mathematics, Bonu Akkaya, 2018. Namburi N.V. Shekuntala, 2019. Pavana Kumari Anumala, 2019. Now from Department of Chemistry, Edur Vikram Reddy 2019, Department of Zoology, Morta Kiran Didi, 2019. Suresh Reddy Nallamilli, 2019. Now gold medals. Mrs. Anna Venkatalakshmi Gandhi Gold Medal in Life and Health Sciences. Kola Josna 2018. Mekala Ram Prasad 2019. Now Professor Paningpalli Venkat Subbarao Memorial Gold Medal in Mathematics. Elubandi Mali 2018. Ambari Nagajyoti 2019. Dr. Vinay Shankara Memorial Gold Medal in Department of Geology. Meleti Panindra Kumar 2018. Katamreddy Swami 2019.
In name and on behalf of the Academic Senate of Adikavi Nannaya University, I admit you to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Science and Master of Science in this university, and in token thereof, you have been presented with these degrees, and I authorize to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
Now, I request the Dean of Examinations to initiate the process of presentation of bachelor's degree of BA, BAOL, BSc, BCom, BBA and BCA.
Mr. Chancellor, permit me to present to you, in accordance with the grace of Academic Senate just passed, the candidates of BA, BAOL, BSc, BCom, BBA and BCA degree examinations whose names are herewith submitted be admitted to the respective degrees and to be presented either at special functions in the respective colleges or in absentia.
In the name and on behalf of the Academic Senate of Adhikavi Nannaya University, I admit the candidates who have passed BA, BAOL, BSc, BCom, BBA and BCA, and in token thereof, they may be presented degrees as proposed and are authorized to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
I now request the Controller of Examinations to initiate the process of conferring degrees in absentia.
Mr. Chancellor, I now request that the candidates whose names are herewith submitted be admitted to their respective degrees in absentia.
And on behalf of the Executive Council and the Academic Senate of the Adhikavi Nannaya University, I admit these candidates in absentia to their respective degrees in this university, and in token thereof permit the registrar to present them their degrees and authorize them to wear the gown and hood ordained as the insignia of their degrees.
I now request the Vice Chancellor to initiate the process of signing of records of degrees and diplomas by the Honorable Chancellor.
I now request respected Vice Chancellor to extend his invitation to the Chief Guest and the Orator of Convocation to deliver his address.
May I request the Chief Guest to address the convocation, the Chief Guest's address.
Honorable Governor and Chancellor of the universities in the state of Andhra Pradesh, respected Shri Viswabhushan Harichandran ji, learned Vice Chancellor of Adhikavi Nannaya University, Professor Jagannath Rao Garu, members of the Executive Council, in particular, the Chairman of State Council of Higher Education, Professor M. Chandra Reddy, Rector of the University, Registrar of the University, members of the Godavari Porata Samiti, because of whose efforts this university has come into existence, members of the faculty, particularly the various deans who are sitting on the dais, young student friends, in particular those who will be receiving their degrees, and members of the print and electronic media, other invitees, ladies and gentlemen. Given the time constraint, I am not going to read the entire text. I believe it has already been printed, will be made available to the people who are interested. But I would focus on as to why this university has come into existence. Because many people have raised their eyebrows. Many people even went to the extent of, in a way, saying that in a lighter way, why after all every district in Andhra Pradesh should have a university? I need to bring home that particular factor. The second and more important thing is, what is it that we are now looking at higher education, education in particular, for a country like India, given the huge size of population. We all know that among the BRIC countries, India, China and Brazil, these are the three countries, although the other countries like Russia, South Africa. The three countries where China is a country where population is a problem, but still wealth is a reasonably comfortable situation. Brazil is a country where population is not a problem, but wealth is a problem. India is a country where population at this point of time is not a problem. At this point of time, you have reasonably good population, and we all say that India is a young country because the average age of people in this country is much below than the comparative median age in most of the other countries. And by 2030, people say that India's degree-going students will be 140 million people, 140 million. Which means in the world, of every 4 people, 1 graduate will be coming from India. That is the huge strength of India, not only today, but in the years to come. So it was in that context that a district university was conceptualized by the visionary leader, Dr. Y.S. Rajashekhar Reddy. And I was fortunate to be a part of that initiative. When we started looking at the district universities, we thought that Godavari districts must have a university. Godavari is not only rich in material wealth, it's also rich culturally in terms of education, in terms of its own cultures and literature in every dimension. It was Dr. Y.S. Rajashekhar Reddy's thought that once this kind of an initiative is taken up in this part of the state, well, it will take the people of this region to greater heights and become global partners. Dr. YSR was of the view that anyone who is willing to study, who has the capacities to study, should not be denied of an opportunity to study, either for want of access to education or for want of the resources that one needs to study. So that's where he not only combined the new university concept with fee reimbursement, but also made most of the universities in course of time, self-sustain. The more important idea of a new university concept was built into what I would call making universities partners in the development of the region. A university should necessarily become a partner in the development of that particular region or area before becoming a global player. Well, ultimately, higher education must necessarily contribute to enrichment of what we call the innate capabilities of people so that they will become what we call a global citizens and then directly, indirectly contribute to both individual well-being and societal welfare. More specifically, YSR's vision was that in a state like Andhra Pradesh, across the regions, across the districts, the resource base is different. The aspirations are different. And the work culture is different. And therefore, universities need to come up with strategies and technologies and evolve them to make that development potential real. Like for instance, Adikavi Nannaya was conceptualized taking into consideration the mineral base, the aquaculture, the agro-processing. These were the areas that were considered to be extremely important for the region. Since Honorable Governor is here, the Chairman State Council of Higher Education is also here. I think we need to build what I call centers of excellence into every university, and they become what we call mentors. Education, if you want to really build into the 21st century requirement, need to be based more on, not in terms of generic educational paradigm, but more on learner-centric education, focusing on the learner as the outcome. It has to be an outcome-based. The second and very important thing is that universities must also move out of box. I think the government of Andhra Pradesh is now looking at internship. I would say that internship need to be looked not in terms of the conventional model of internship, like you always look into a multinational. But we need to study the local issues, local problems. Well, the students of Adikavi Nannaya University can look into the agricultural base, the mineral base, the oil exploration, the aquaculture. These are the issues that need to be studied as a part of internship. I think we need to redefine that, which means that people who are graduating from this part of the state would be familiar with whether they become district collectors, superintendents of police, or IT wizards. Well, I would say that education today can never be defined in isolation, need to be defined in a multidimensional perspective. But an engineer should know what is happening in the agriculture. An IAS person must know what is happening in the neighborhood. Well, that kind of an education paradigm is what is required. In that context, I think coming back to this university after 10 years, I was there at the time of locating the site. I was there when identifying the name. In fact, our first choice was to make it Godavari University. But then the regional compulsions made us to get ourselves reconciled to the fact. I think some of my friends who are here are there at that point of time when we are finalizing the name. They said Adikavi Nannaya. Former Chief Minister said, Casey, let us respect the sentiments of the local people. That was the leader who was always willing to listen to the perceptions of the people. And this Adikavi Nannaya University, as I said in the beginning itself, that universities, we cannot say any longer that will sit in ivory towers and think in isolation. Universities need to come down to the brass tack level, look at the ground reality, study the neighborhood, and then make yourself a partner in the development process. I am grateful to the Chancellor, grateful to the university for giving me this a rare privilege of addressing you, and to my young student friends, I would say towards the end who are graduating today that opportunities are plenty. If somebody says that the new technologies are taking away jobs, don't believe it. They are taking away some jobs. They are also creating new jobs. But what you need is, you need those skills, those abilities, capabilities. One who possesses them will have certainly better future. Thank you very much. Thanks for giving me this opportunity.
May I request the Honorable Governor and Chancellor of the Convocation, Sri Bishwabhushan Harichandan ji, to deliver his message.
Sri M. Bharat, Member of Parliament, Rajmahendri, Professor M. Jagannath Rao, Vice Chancellor, Professor K. Hemchand Reddy, Chairman State Council for Higher Education, Professor K.C. Reddy, Chancellor, RJVKT, Nujbid, Professor S. Teki, Registrar, Professor Suresh Verma, Rector, Professor K. S. Ramesh, Dean, Faculty of Arts and Humanities, Professor Vice Srinivas Rao, Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, Dr. Paris, Principal, University College of Engineering, Dr. A. Makta Reddy, Dean, Examinations, Dr. K. Ramanaswari, Principal, University College of Science and Technology, Dr. K. Subbarao, Principal, University College of Education, Chief Guest of the Convocation, members of the Executive Council, Academic, Senate, University Fraternity, awardees and guests, members of the media, and my dear students. I take this opportunity to congratulate the new graduates who are passing out today. You have reached this stage due to your hard work and perseverance. You are now ready to leave the portals of this university and step into the outside world. I am confident the university has adequately enabled you to face the realities of outside world. I am sure you will make the best use of knowledge you gain in this university to attain success both in your career and life. As a young graduate who is walking out of this university today, it is your bounden duty to stand up to the ideals of our country, our constitution, and our ancient heritage. Our nation, as you all know, is one of the most ancient civilizations of the world. Our ancestors have long ago realized the importance of knowledge, which is not merely materialistic, but a knowledge that recognizes the role, function, and action of man in the universe. Fulfilling that role in what education is all about. Education is the apprenticeship of life. That doesn't mean it is mere training, but preparing you as fully blossomed human being. Rabindranath Tagore rightly said, the highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but make our life in harmony with all existence. The ability to think, whatever field you may belong, to arts, science, engineering, or technology, for the benefit of humanity is what society needs today. This is exactly what the Government of India is stating when it launched programs such as Make in India, Skill India, Startup India, and Fit India. The country now needs graduates who can think innovatively for the good of the society and for the environment. The government of Andhra Pradesh too is emphasizing on accessible, equitable, and quality education to achieve this goal. As young graduates, you should wisely utilize your knowledge and put it into nation appropriate action for the good of our country in particular and humanity in general. It is essential that young graduates acquire an understanding of ethics and value-based education. The development of general ability for independent thinking and judgment should always be placed foremost, not the mere acquisition of special knowledge. Hence, I call upon the young graduates of this university to stand firmly on their feet and think with their minds and feel with their hearts. Let us bring together our ancient wisdom and modern technology for the benefit of entire mankind. Make the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam a reality. After leave the university, your consciousness, your soul shall be your best teacher. Keep your mind open and never close it. A closed mind is a stagnated pool. Our Vedas have taught us to keep our minds open to receive knowledge from all directions. On this occasion, I will tell you, after going out of this university, in which sphere you work, don't forget your nation. Don't forget the society around you, and especially the downtrodden people of the society who had a long dream since the independence, which has not been fulfilled. We have a constitution. The Constitution Day has been observed recently, and for the entire year it will be observed. And what it provides equality before law or equal protection law as required under Article 14 of the Constitution. The right to freedom of speech and expression in Article 19. The right to life and personal liberty in Article 21. They are the main feature, the fundamental rights chapter of the Constitution. But whenever there is any violation of these rights, we rush to the court for establishment of our rights. But we don't think that people who are not able to feed their own family, not able to arrange a square meal a day, they will establish the right and will enjoy the right, and they will have equal protection of law. The people, it is your duty that you must help these people, stand by them and help them so that they can be able to enjoy the right. And at the same time, I will definitely tell you that while observing this Constitution Day and to observe it throughout the year, on my request, many of the universities have observed it. The High Court Bar Association. In the Raj Bhavan, it was observed, and the Chief Justice and other judges and other dignitaries had done it. And ours is a constitution, which I think I will tell you the best constitution of the world. And in that day, the message was, it's not the question of fundamental rights. It's the question of fundamental duties of the citizens as provided under Article 51A. While enjoying the rights, we must think that we have a great responsibility for the society, great duty for the society. And the duties for the society, for the people, for the nation must be observed. And you know that this is the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Andhra has the proud privilege of Mahatma Gandhi having visited the state on various occasions. And in Vijayawada, in 1921, a great freedom fighter, Mr. Pingallu Venkaiah, had presented the design of the tricolor flag, our national flag. It was accepted, and that became the national flag. Ultimately, only Ashok Chakra had been added. It has that proud privilege. And don't forget what had happened then, and the great freedom fighter under the Mahatma Gandhi had for the freedom of the nation. After a long fight, under the call of Mahatma Gandhi, the freedom fighters from, not only the freedom fighters, the common man wanted to be freed from the British yoke. They came to the street. And in 1942, Quit India movement, when Gandhiji asked the people of this country to come to the street, asked the Britishers to quit India. Some people, the so-called intelligentsia, they said that the naked fakir is asking such a big power like the Britishers to quit India. He does not know that so many countries have been conquered under the occupation of the Britishers. And Mahatma Gandhi asking them to quit India. But they did not know what was the confidence in Mahatma Gandhi. When crores of people joined their voice with Mahatma Gandhi and asked the Britishers to quit India, there is an uproarious change all over the country. Entire country has been roused. Don't forget that day. Netaji Subhash Bose's birthday we have observed yesterday. Netaji, though he had a great respect for Mahatma Gandhi, still then he differed from him in the matter of this freedom fight. Gandhiji's weapon was non-violence. Entire world was surprised. Is it a weapon? And with this weapon, Gandhiji is fighting for freedom. Subhash Bose wanted that direct war. He waged war against the Britishers, joining hands with Germany and Japan, and tried to free the country. So this great person should not be forgotten by you. And their contribution for the nation, contribution for the people, contribution for a freedom should not be forgotten. When I came, first of all we have plantation. The Honorable Prime Minister has now given a call to the entire nation for having massive plantation to fight out the ecological imbalance in the atmosphere. Because pollution has posed a great danger to the society. The humanity, Water has been polluted, air has been polluted, everything has been polluted now. You know what had happened to your national capital, Delhi? And for 7 days, the schools, colleges and offices have been closed. People are afraid of going to Delhi. No city of India is lagging behind. Everywhere there is pollution, that the sovereignty of the nation and this great democracy on which we are now living and feeling proud that we have